So questions 25, 26, and 27 are comprehension type questions. And this information is given about the enrollment of students in universities, but the names are given as university 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, this graph is known, but that's what the question says. The names of these universities are not shown in the chart. Instead, they're labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But we have information about the universities. So using the conditions given here, 4 pieces of information, we have to identify which university corresponds to which number, 1, 2, 3. And then we have to answer these 3 questions. Okay, so let us try to check the first condition W and see if we can identify any university. The first condition W says that the magnitudes of TRUs and MPUs net change in enrollment between 2014 and 2021 are the closest. So we don't know which one is TRU, we don't know which one is MPU. And the starting year is 14 and the ending year is 21. So the net change means just the difference, right? I mean, you know this, right? Difference is modulus of A minus B. So net change will always be positive. Okay. So let us read from the graph for which one is university 1, the triangle one. Okay. Oh, all right, let's read from the top down. This is 6.5. And this graph ends at around 3.2. So the net change here is 3.3. Then for this graph, we start at 4 and we end at around 4.2. So the net change here would be 0.2. Then for this graph, we start at almost 3.3 and we end up at around 3.9. Right? So the change is 0.6. Right. Then this graph, we started around 1.7 and we end up at around 6.2. So the change is 4.5. Now these values are approximate readings, right? It's what I can eyeball and infer from the graph. Your readings may be a bit different, but since none of the information given talks about concrete values, so we should be good to go. Now this starts from 0.5 and it ends at 0.4. So the net change is 0.1. So which ones are the closest? This one and this one. So what is the diamond one? The diamond one is university 4 and the circle is university 3. So TRU and MPU are among the universities 3 and 4. Right? This is the information we can infer from point W. Point W is done. Now moving on to point X. Let me remove the marks from this graph first. So point X says that LTU had the same enrollment in consecutive years at least twice between the entire graph. So we have to check for graphs that have same enrollments in consecutive years. So here we can see same, this section is same, and again this section is same, and again this section is same. So this circle was university 3, but university 3 was either T or M, right? So this cannot be L. Let us check. Then this straight line graph is always increasing, nothing same. Here, this section is same, and then this section is same. So this could be L, possible. Let us check the other ones. In the diamond graph, there is nothing. And in the top graph, it's completely decreasing. So statement X definitely gives us that the triangle one is university 1. So L is university 1. That we can surely infer. Now we will look at statement Y. Let me remove the markings now. So statement Y says that the increase in JSU's enrollment from 2015 to 19. Now, since 3, 4, and 1 are taken, we can talk about 2 or 5. University 2 is this one, and university 5 is square one. The others are decided, right? 3, 4, either 3 or 4 or 1. So the increase, the first point of note is increase. You can see that this graph just keeps on decreasing. So it is definitely not JSU, right? So this university 2 should be J. So statement Y gives us a guarantee that J is 2. Okay, now let us check what was their enrollment in 2015. So their enrollment in 2015 was 2.6-ish. And what was the enrollment in 2019? In 2019, it was 5.1-ish. So increase was 2.5. 2.5 is the increase, right? And now this is about 50% of T's total enrollment. So 2.5 is 50% of 5. Which graph cuts 2019? No, 2020. So which graph has an enrollment of 5 units in 2020? This graph? Which one is this graph? The rhombus one, university 4. So that means T is 4. If T is 4, that means T could be 3 or 4, and M could also be 3 and 4. If T is 4, then M is 3. And we know L is 1. So the remaining university P would be 5. So all of the universities are assigned to their respective numbers. We did not need to use statement Z. Okay, now let's solve the questions. Which of the 5 universities can university 4 possibly be? We have already done it. It's T. Which university's enrollment was twice that of LTU? So L is 1. University 1 is here. This is around 3.1. So its twice will be 3.2, 6.5-ish here, around twice. So which one is a square graph? University 5, P is 5. So this will be P. Which amongst the pieces of information mentioned below, means these W, X, Y, Z, will not prevent us from uniquely identifying? So Z is useless. So Z is answer here. Now, is this question difficult? No. So among the comprehension type questions, this one was the easiest in the paper. Okay, you just had to identify the universities based on the first 3 points. So all the questions associated 25, 26, and 27 are done. We'll move on to the next question.